Hi there. In videos number 3 and 4, I described our target audiences in global communications. In this video, I'll explain the many ways we hope to impact that audience and the degrees of difficulty to achieve that impact. Specifically, I'll share what I call my ladder of strategic communications and how the key to scaling each rung of the ladder is our ability to present concrete, credible, persuasive evidence. Here's what my ladder looks like. The first rung is simply the task to inform and educate a smart, curious audience. The next rung up is to better inform and educate, as we assume our audience already knows something about whatever issue, situation, or country we're creating content about. The challenge becomes tougher though, as we hit the rung of raising awareness, then sounding the alarm. It's not enough to inform and educate, but how to open eyes or catch the audience's attention, how to make them care or shake them from their complacency, as in, hey, this is important, you should care about this. Think climate change, Ukraine, or any other crisis you care about. Next rung up, the challenge intensifies. How to prove your impact. How can you, as an individual professional or representing your organization, prove your results to a smart but skeptical audience? How to persuade a prospective employer or an investor or a donor or any other potential partner. Next, how to influence our audience's attitudes. Maybe even change their attitudes. This calls for more than eye-opening or awareness-raising content. We hope to spark a revelation of sorts, to persuade them that they've been viewing an issue, a situation, or country the wrong way. Or perhaps they didn't consider something seriously enough, but they should. Yes, now you've convinced me, okay? That's what they're thinking. Okay, we're near the top of the ladder. Behavioral change. That's the holy grail, as I learned from living in Africa, where I entered the world of global health and communications. Here, it's not enough to open the audience's eyes or their minds or change their attitudes. The real goal is to inspire them to take serious action, even change their behavior in a meaningful way. On a basic level, taking action can be convincing an employer to hire you or persuading a university to admit you. But behavioral change can be far more complex. Think about it. We all have bad habits. How difficult is it for me or you to change an undesirable behavior, even when we know it's undesirable? Very difficult. How effective is it when others pressure us to change our behavior? Not very effective. Imagine then how tough it is to change someone else's behavior. While living in southern Africa, in the HIV-ravaged kingdom of Lesotho, I saw one Western NGO use strategic storytelling to persuade local community leaders to step forward as champions, as role models to inspire their own people to overcome stigmas, to get tested for HIV and wear condoms during sex to protect themselves and their families. Back to my ladder. Also at the top of the challenge is to attract financial support, money. This may be even harder than behavioral change, or sometimes a bit easier. It depends on the circumstances and other factors. How to convince an individual or organization to part with their precious cash. How to persuade an investor to invest in us, or a donor to donate to us. The only way to lower their wall of skepticism, build a bridge of trust, and reduce the risk of participation is, again, with concrete, credible, verifiable evidence. So there's my ladder of strategic communications. However, it's one thing to aim for a domestic audience who share your cultural background. What about a smart, skeptical, foreign target? The challenge is even greater. While the skills and strategies I share in these videos won't guarantee that you push the right button, at least now you see the spectrum of challenges and why you should maximize the impact of your words. If you want more of my weekly skills and strategies, hit the subscribe button. And in the comments below, tell me where on the ladder your current communications challenge is, and I'll brain a solution just for you.